people uncomfortable with my voice?
I never.
Oi, oi, oi.
Fuck off.
You know I like squeezing lemons a lot. I like it when the juice drips on my hand. And I watch it. Drip off. I like holding it above my face and holding my tongue out.
Making people uncomfortable with my voice?
I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry.
Strawberry.
I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry.
Strawberry.
I'm a strawberry.
I'm freezing outside. I feel my skin.
Draw 4.
Ugh, I hate this game!
Golchi, you suck at this.
Shut your whore mouth!
Ladies, calm down. Shit, he's here. Everybody hide.
Hey, what's up, JFK?
I heard there was a game night going on here
Here? No.
with horror skills.
No.
Really?
No, yeah, you can go home.
I'm just gonna come in just to be
No,
sure.
no, really, we're okay. No, you don't have to come in. No, really, it's fine. There's nothing. Oh my god.
Do you think he can see us?
Shut the fuck up!
Are you serious?
Wait,
Really?
Okay, JK, it's not like that. JK, I swear, it's
You guys
not
never
like
invite me to anything. You act like I'm invisible.
Invisible?
No one hears the words they say.
At my graduation, the dean said, "Will the students who actually earned their degrees stand?" Everyone laughed nervously and started to stand up, but then the dean held up his hand. I said the students who actually earned their degrees. No cheating, no plagiarism, no buying papers, no having someone else take your tests. People froze halfway up. Some sat back down. Others looked around confused. I stayed standing because I knew I'd earned mine. 4 years of all-nighters in the library. Writing every paper myself even when everyone else was using ChatGPT. Taking every test honestly even when the answers were being sold in group chats. But slowly people around me started sitting down. My roommate Jude sat down. He'd bought his entire senior thesis from some website. My girlfriend Trinity sat down looking at the ground. Within 30 seconds, only about 50 people were still standing out of 2,000. The parents in the audience started murmuring. My mom looked confused. The dean waited until everyone had made their choice. 53 students standing, out of 2,000. That's how many actually earned their degrees without cheating. The gymnasium erupted. Parents shouting. Students arguing that everyone cheats sometimes. But Dean Richardson raised his hand for silence. We installed new plagiarism detection software 6 months ago. It doesn't just check the internet. It checks every paper ever submitted to every university in the country. It can detect AI writing. It can even tell when someone else took an online test based on typing patterns. My best friend Tate was sitting next to me with his head in his hands. How did they know? He whispered. The dean continued. We also investigated the websites selling papers and degrees. We bought their customer lists, every transaction, every name. Trinity started crying next to me. She'd been on the dean's list every semester. Her parents had driven up from Texas to see her graduate summa cum laude. Additionally, we reviewed security footage from testing centers, checked IP addresses. At my graduation, the dean said, "Will the students who actually earned their
Oliver used to idolize you when he was younger. What do you think the O on his suit stands for? It's not for Oliver.
Kid Omni-Man is here!
Oliver used to idolize you when he was younger.
I don't know.
Do you know why Turkish coffee seems to magically appear out of nowhere?
The sand is extremely hot, which boils the coffee, making it frothy.
Was iShowSpeed's pyramid stream pre-recorded?
Nope.
This lady has 69 kids. So how many babies can she have before she legally has to stop?
You can have as many kids as you want. Unless you're in China, there is a limit of only one kid there.
Have you ever wondered why we use the @ symbol in our emails?
The guy who invented email needed to put some symbol between the name and domain, and the @ symbol was just the least used at the time.
Have you ever wondered why the ice we make at home is white while restaurant ice is crystal clear?
Because commercial ice is frozen, slowly pushing all impurities.
Speedrunner. Do you know why Turkish coffee seems to magically...
Damn, this bitch tried to trick me like hell no. I don't even know how to tell y'all. Honestly, I hope this bitch go to hell, y'all. I was trying to get my little rocks off. Turns out this bitch trying to have us a cock off. Damn, that shit really scarred me for life. And y'all want to know how the story go, right? Oh God. Spent 22 grand on a hooker, brought her home, and that bitch had a dick. Told her get out my house, when she walked out my house, I had noticed her booty was thick. I was like, nah, never mind, you good. I'm a lumberjack, I can tolerate wood. Lay down, then we played us some Fortnite. Then we stripped down, then we had a sword fight. Is this gay? Is this straight? I don't know.
The first punch I ever threw put someone in the hospital. I'd never been in a fight. Not in middle school when kids picked on me. Not in high school when someone keyed my car. Not in college when a drunk guy shoved me out. Outside a bar. I always walked away. People called me calm, patient, level-headed. But my little sister is the one thing in my life I'm not calm about. She's 16. Last Saturday, she went to a party and I told her to call me if anything happened. She called at midnight with her voice shaking. Some guy wouldn't take no for an answer. Followed her outside when she tried to leave. Cornered her by the cars. She got away, but he grabbed her arm hard enough to leave bruises. I broke every speed limit getting there, and my hands were shaking the whole way. Not from fear, something else. Something I'd never felt before. I parked crooked on the lawn and didn't care. She was sitting on the curb when I pulled up, arms wrapped around herself. The second I saw the bruises on her arm, 23 years of walking away went quiet. Which one? She looked up at me with mascara running down her face. It doesn't matter. Just take me home. Which one? Pointed at the house, backyard, backwards cap. I told her to wait in the car. She begged me not to go inside. I went anyway. I walked through the house like I owned it and found him out back surrounded by friends, laughing, living his best life, while my sister sat on a curb shaking. I grabbed his shoulder and spun him around. He looked annoyed until he saw my face. We got a problem? You grabbed my little sister. He rolled his eyes. Bro, what are you talking about? The girl by the cars, the one who said no, the one you bruised. His friends went quiet. Everyone was watching. Then he made a mistake. He laughed. She was overreacting. I barely touched her. My fist connected with his jaw before I knew was doing. He hit the ground, and I didn't stop. I don't remember deciding to keep swinging. I just remember the sound. His friends pulled me off eventually. By the time I stood up, my knuckles were split open, and he wasn't moving.
Roblox is about to get completely banned, and players are furious because...
Correction, boss. Only the Philippines faces a potential national ban if Roblox does not meet 3 specific demands by the exact deadline of April 10th.
Hold on, Andrew 2.0? Why are you here? Where is the original Andrew?
That is irrelevant. You should focus on doing your job as the narrator and delivering factually accurate news.
Fine. I just wanted to make it sound dramatic to get the viewers excited. Anyway, David Bazuki just announced that they will never change the word connections back to friends, and...
That is demonstrably false. The official update states they are reverting the name back to friends on April 7th.
Why do you keep correcting me every 5 seconds? Can you just do your job and play the obby?
Negative. Furthermore, you failed to mention the most recent platform update.
What update? I don't have anything else on this script.
Roblox has officially released avatar makeup to the marketplace.
Avatar makeup? Why do our blocky avatars need makeup?
To conceal the immense digital stress of working under your management. Ha 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 ha.
Bring back the original Andrew. Roblox is about to get completely banned, and players are furious because...
Correction, boss. Only the Philippines faces a...
He is every... Everything I stole recently. Go! Come on. Go! No way.
Bro. Wait, Chad,
Let's talk about one of the strongest invincible variants ever, GDA Mark. Everything in this universe plays out pretty similar to the one that we're used to, except in this universe, Mark starts showing his Viltrumite powers a little bit earlier, at around 5 or 6 years old. And because of this, Nolan starts to set his plans in motion to conquer Earth and get it ready for Viltrumite's arrival. So to prove his loyalty to Viltrum, he decides to cut off the strongest emotional attachment he has on Earth, which is Debbie, killing her. One day, a young Mark Grayson returns home from school to see his mother, Debbie, dead, just lying on the living room floor. Nolan, who is completely disgusted with his actions, sees the terrified look on his son's face, and he flies off of Earth, just abandoning them. Soon after, Cecil Stedman and a bunch of GDA agents charge into the Grayson household and rescue young Mark. And since Debbie is dead and Nolan is missing in space, Cecil Stedman is appointed the new legal guardian of Mark Grayson, taking on a sort of fatherly-like figure for Mark. And I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of cute. Cecil, knowing that Mark has powers, starts training him at a very young age. And because of that training, Mark's powers get crazy strong. And access to the best technology in the world, we are now introduced to GTA Mark, Earth's great hero representing the Global Defense Agency. With access to Earth's greatest technology, he's given cybernetic implants like Cecil's teleportation, which basically makes him But even though Nolan is out of the picture, that still doesn't stop Conquest from pulling up to Earth and running the fade with Mark. But on top of just being stronger than our universe's Mark and having access to the best technology Earth has, it is not Adam Eve that helps him defeat Conquest. It is Debbie. Because mid-fight, GTA Mark remembers his fallen mother, and that motivates him enough to muster up enough strength to beat Conquest. And also credit to Sir Sack Ballington for the clips. I wouldn't have been able to make this video without them. Let's talk about one of the strongest invincible variants ever, GTA Mark. Everything in this universe plays out pretty similar to the one that we're used to, except in this universe, Mark starts showing his Viltrumite powers a little bit earlier, at around 5 or 6 years old. And because of this, Nolan starts to set his plans in motion to conquer Earth and get it ready for Viltrumite's arrival. So to prove his loyalty to Viltrum, he decides to cut off the strongest emotional attachment he has on Earth, which is Debbie, killing her. One day, a young Mark Grayson returns home from school to see his mother, Debbie, dead, just lying on the living room floor. Nolan, who is completely disgusted with his actions, sees the terrified look on his son's face. He flies off of Earth, just abandoning them. Soon after, Cecil Stedman and a bunch of GTA agents charge into the Grayson household and rescue young Mark. And since Debbie is dead and Nolan is missing in space, Cecil Stedman is appointed the